Baltimore, yesterday and today I had raw spinach and baby carrots for my lunch. It's not the fanciest or the most appetizing of my lunches that I've ever had, but it is fairly healthy. If you want to break up the week into 5 days, I'm already up to a 2-0 start on the healthy versus junk food lunch, which means I only need one more out of these next 3 days to have a good healthy lunch, which shouldn't be so hard to do. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was feeling pretty lazy yesterday morning and actually this morning too, where I almost went to work without my healthy lunch. Now, what does my lunch habits have anything to do with sports? Well, sort of alluded to it. Right now, the Boston Celtics are currently playing the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA playoffs. Boston took the first game and has a 1-0 lead. They're looking tonight to build on a 2-0 lead. Now, normally winners of a series when they're up 2-0 are pretty good. Most of the time those teams do win. Not always. Sometimes those teams just drop the ball. In hockey's case, sometimes they drop the puck. Now, speaking of hockey, the previous round, which was the first round of the NHL playoffs, the Washington Capitals were coming off their Stanley Cup win from last year. They're looking to be a team to beat this year. They came into the playoffs ready to go. They were playing the Carolina Hurricanes, and they took the first 2 games at home against the Hurricanes, and they were looking pretty good. They were up 2-0. And then the Hurricanes made it 2-2. Then the Capitals went up 3-2, and then, got to Game 7. In Game 7, the Capitals scored 2 goals in the first period, and it looked like the Capitals were going to take Game 7 and get that weight off their chest. Do you know what happened? I don't. I didn't watch the game. But what I assume happened from looking at the box score was that the Capitals, they went from a we need to score the next goal mentality to a they can't score the next goal mentality. They had a 2-0 series lead. That's gone. They had a 2-0 lead early in the game and a 3-1 lead in the game. Now the Hurricanes just scored to tie it 3-3 in the third. All their 2-point leads are gone, erased, blown. Pressure is on. The Capitals going to be able to defend their cup, defend home ice? No, they weren't. The Hurricanes would score in double overtime and kick the Capitals right out of the playoffs. So, is it okay to be up 2-0 in a game or a series? Well, according to mathematics, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Most of the time, you are going to win that series or game. But sometimes teams or players just can't do it. Now, last year, Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks, they faced each other in the NBA playoffs. And last year, the Boston Celtics had home court advantage. This year, though, Boston is not the home team to start out with. But they were able to steal game number 1. They just thrashed them. Defensively, offensively, it was amazing. Now, can they do that tonight? Well, hopefully for my sake and for their sake. Because if they can win tonight, they can go home to Boston later this week, sweep those games, and they'll be going on to the next round. Now, the only problem I have with Boston right now is they've had a habit all season of getting nice leads and then blowing it all away, and it's been super frustrating to every Celtics fan. And, I mean, one of the most infamous examples right now is they were up like 28 points on the Lakers, and they completely blew that game. Now, that wasn't a 31-point lead like the Warriors did to the Clippers last round in the playoffs, which was really bad. Boston's been different in the playoffs, and I think it's because they were still trying to find their pieces to click during the season. They had some players coming back from injury last year, and they were trying to figure out what was going to work, what wasn't. They were just fine-tuning. So playoffs, I think they're going to be fine, but just to be safe, I'm going to have my gnocchi with the bolognese sauce, and then I'll have some ice cream afterwards. Basically, I'm just going to get comfy and super lazy. That way the Celtics don't have to. I'll take that burden. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. It sounds pretty logical to me. See you next time, Baltimore.